welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
Mandio.
And we are KAMMA, about to talk about UFC Vegas 102. Some people are calling it UFC Fight Night 251, but hey, we'll go with UFC Vegas 102. It's the in Vegas in the Apex. We got the main event with Jared Cannonier, and he is facing Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. We're going to talk about our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelims here, and we're going to start right off with the first fight with Julia Avila against Jacqueline Cavalcanti. And Andio, who do you have here to win? Any changes after the face-offs?
Yeah, no, not for me, man. I'm gonna stick with Cavalcante here. It's nice to see Julia Avila back out of retirement, out from the wilderness, and looking to get back in there. But I don't think this is a good return fight for her, so I'm sticking with Cavalcante here. Look at that clinched jaw muscle that Cavalcante has. She looked like super angry, and I think she's ready to go. So give me Cavalcanti by knockout or decision.
Yeah, man. All right. I'm in agreement with you here, man. Still sticking with Jacqueline Cavalcanti to get the win. Looking at both of these girls in the face-offs, you could see that I noticed that Julia Avila looks a little skinny coming out of the onto the face-offs there. She looks a little skinny and not as muscular. You can see some gray hair there, but I think she's always had that. But you can tell she's older, man, 36 years old. Cavalcanti's so much younger at 27 years old. Almost a 10-year difference there, 9-year difference. Cavalcanti looks in great shape, man. She's a little bit thicker than Julia Avila. She's muscular. She's in great shape. She's ripped, too. Good abs. She looks ready to go, man. I definitely like the way she looks. And I see you marking up the photo there with the.
Oh, you gotta love that jaw clench, man.
But yeah, she looks good, man, and definitely like Jacqueline Cavalcanti to win this one by decision. I think this fight does go to decision, but you never know. Cavalcanti could possibly get a knockout if she lands something hard on her. But I'll stick with decision for Jacqueline Cavalcanti, man. Definitely feel confident about her. She's looking real good and taller than her as well, and in better shape, I find.
Yeah, she's really got to get her down, I think, Avila. But I don't. That's going to be easier said than done.
Yeah, and the takedown defense for Cavalcanti is pretty good. We saw that against Nora Cornell, who tried to take her down and wasn't successful. So
Cornhole.
All right, let's move on up to the next fight of the prelims here. We got Dontel Mays against Walter Walker.
Walter Wacker.
And man, I got to go with Walter Walker here. You put Walter Walker, okay?
What he's called here, man.
We're missing the W there for his
Walter. I'm missing nothing.
The brother of Johnny Walker. I'm sticking with Walter Walker, man. You can see here he's in great shape. He's big, pretty muscular, pretty good shape. A little bit more ripped than Dontel Mays, but Dontel Mays in his own right is pretty big himself, and he's pretty tall. I mean, these guys are supposed to be the same height, and at 6'6", both of these guys. But you could see there's a tiny bit of a height advantage for Walter Walker. Right now, you can't really see it because Dontel Mays is wearing a hat. But when they were standing up in the face-offs, I thought I saw a little bit of a height advantage for Walter, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the shoes or something. I don't know. But I like the way Walter Walker looks, man. He looks pretty thick. He looks pretty built. He looks in shape. He's a little bit more in shape than Dontel Mays. And I just love his grappling, man. I love the fact that he's got that in the back pocket to take down Dontel Mays, get him on the ground. And once he gets on top of Dontel Mays, I don't think Dontel Mays is going to get up that easily. I think he's going to have a very hard time and struggle to get up. Walter Walker should be able to land some ground and pound, maybe even try to get a submission while he's on the ground there. And I'm expecting Walter Walker to use his grappling to get him the victory here. So I like Walter Walker to win by submission or decision.
Yeah, I can't trust Dontel Mays in the least anymore. So I'm predicting at the end of a couple big loopy combinations that do hold some power. I'm expecting Walter Wacker to get in there and yeah, use his grappling, take him down. Nothing fancy, and just wear Dontel Mays out and probably get a ground and pound.
All right, we're in agreement with this fight as well. All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. We got a good banger that should be with Vince Morales and Elijah Smith. Who you got here, Andy?
Yeah, so yeah, I still got Elijah Smith here. I like the way he's looked coming up so far. Those losses do come from somewhere with Vince Morales here. What concerns me is if Vince Morales can get his grappling going, and if he does, will Elijah Smith have the defensive grappling to be able to handle himself there? Because we know he's pretty good at offensive grappling. So I'd like to see him get some striking going as well. In the end, yeah, I'm still sticking with Elijah Smith. So give me a knockout or decision.
All right, man.
But I'm a little worried.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this is going to be a close fight. Both of these guys are very good, and it's very close. It's going to be a very close fight, man. I have to say, I think it's going to be close. Um, Both of these guys are, I mean, they're in good shape, but Elijah Smith, as you can see, is just a little bit more in shape, as you can see here. Now, Vince Morales is in decent shape as well. He's got some muscles. He's lean. He looks good. But you can see clearly here that Elijah Smith, the training, the physical gym training is much better. You can see that he's ripped there with the six pack, even almost an eight pack. Very, very ripped, muscular. He's actually a little bit bigger in size than Vince Morales. You can see he's thicker. His arms are bigger, chest is bigger, and he's slightly taller. Liking those things about him. Also, 22 years old. We're talking a 12-year age difference between these two guys. Elijah Smith, only 22 years old. He's going to be athletic. He's got stamina. He's got energy. Coming from a 22-year-old, so I don't have to worry about his gas tank. It's going to be through the roof at that age. Vince Morales, however,
we'll see. We'll see.
Vince Morales, however, at 34 years old, you got to watch out for his gas tank, especially when Elijah Smith is going to be pressuring him the way he will be doing, and he'll be wrestling, and you'll see in this fight, Elijah Smith does not quit. He goes after you to get takedowns, and he's relentless with it, and continues to try to take you down, continues to try to get your back, continues to try to drag you down, and do everything in his power to wrestle and grapple with you. So that might tire out Vince Morales there. Vince Morales does have some good submissions, though. He's got to be careful, Elijah Smith, from those subs. I like Elijah Smith winning this one also by KO or decision. So we're in agreement with the first three fights of the prelims so far. Let's get to the next fight here. And what a hairstyle there, by Vince Morales with the red hair and the yellow, man. He's killing it.
He's got it going on.
All right, let's get to the next fight here. We got Gabriel Bonfim against Chaos Williams. This is one of the fights that I'm looking forward to probably almost the most in this whole card because this is going to be another banger of a fight. Two really, really tough guys. Both of these guys in absolutely phenomenal physical shape. Man, Chaos Williams, man, this guy though, you can see he's a little bit bigger. He's ripped as well. The abs are there. He looks very confident and strong. But Gabriel Bonfim in solid shape as well himself. The difference between these two is Gabriel Bonfim has the grappling advantage and the wrestling advantage. That's why I like Bonfim more than Chaos Williams. Now, Chaos Williams has power. And he could knock out Gabriel Bonfim with one punch. We know how strong and tough he is, but I just think that Gabriel Bonfim is going to avoid the large looping punches and hooks and the large uppercuts. And, Chaos Williams doesn't really jab much. He goes for those. He puts everything into his punches. He puts everything into it. And it's almost predictable when he gets ready to land a big punch. So I could see Gabriel Bonfim moving around a lot in the smaller cage. I could see him moving around a lot, avoiding those big punches and taking him down, getting the level changing, taking him down, and using his grappling to his advantage there, and then ending up finishing him with a submission or a knockout with ground and pound. So I like Gabriel Bonfim by KO or submission. How about you, Andio?
Yeah, this should be a good fight. So I'm sticking with the Chaos Williams. I would say Bonfim is better technically when it comes to the boxing and probably overall. But Chaos Williams does have that power, and I'm taking the unorthodox guy here in Chaos Williams. Uh, he does throw those awkward strikes all over the place, though. So I think it's going to happen eventually in this fight. Bonfim takes a little bit to get going. I think he has to apply to his wrestling to win this fight because Chaos Williams is just too dangerous on the feet, even though Bonfim has the boxing. But one thing Chaos Williams has, a couple things that Bonfim doesn't have. I think he has a better chin and his endurance is better. I'm not sold on Gabriel Bonfim's gas tank. I'm expecting him to slow down later in this fight, and that's when I'm expecting Chaos Williams to knock him out.
All right, so we are in disagreement with this fight. Okay, so let's move on up to the next fight. And again, this is in the right order now.
Yeah.
We got Rafael Estevan against Jesus Aguilar.
Yeah, here I'm sticking with Rafael Estevan. Just because, look, he's a pretty good looking prospect coming up that's good at takedowns, and Aguilar's always been weak on takedowns. But his striking is really good, Aguilar. But the way I see Aguilar winning, if he does, is to snatch Estevan in a guillotine or some type of quick probably when he's coming in for the takedown. Other than that, I see Rafael Estevan just taking Aguilar down when he wants, dominating him down there and getting a decision. Or does he put him away? Does he put him away, real deal?
I've got submission or decision, so there's a possibility for a sub there. Aguilar's only two losses have been by submission, so
Yeah, let's just say submission. If he doesn't get the decision, but more likely decision. Yeah, that's
all
it.
right. So I'm in agreement. I'm sticking with Rafael Estevan. Looking at these two here, man, I didn't realize that how much bigger and taller Rafael Estevan is than Aguilar. Like I knew that he had the height advantage, but seeing it on the face-offs here in person, it's amazing to see how much bigger he is than Aguilar. Now, in this fight, Estevan is going to have a significant size advantage there. Also, significant reach advantage. We talked about that. The height advantage is 4 inches. The reach advantage is almost 7 inches. We're talking 6.5. So I could see Estevan just keeping a distance and just jabbing, throwing punches and kicks.
Oh, he's got to take him down. Aguilar's too good on the feet, man. He's got to take him down.
Yeah, but if he keeps a good distance, he can get that jab in. I don't want Aguilar to get too close to Estevan, because if Estevan gets too close to him and then tries to take him down by shooting at a close range, that's when Aguilar goes for those guillotine submissions that he loves to do. And he's really a specialist at it. He's one of the few guys in the UFC that actually really lands those guillotines. So Esteban's got to be careful with his takedowns. He's better off trying to get the takedowns after Aguilar throws punches or kicks. That's his best time to shoot and take him down. Estevan also can beat him, like I said, by just striking more and staying at a distance. But if he does take him down, if Estevan takes down Aguilar, I could see him getting on top of him there and doing some damage. I like Rafael Estevan by sub or decision. Aguilar's never been knocked out, but he has his only 2 losses have come by submission. So there is a good possibility on the ground that Rafael Estevan could land a submission. He has good subs as well in his repertoire. So he's got some black belt jiu-jitsu there. All right.
Yeah, and one thing about Estevan, he looked gaunt, man. He looked like really skinny.
Well, so's Aguilar, man. These guys are both skinny guys. They're both in the flyweight division. So most of these guys are skinny. But you can see that Estevan there. I like.
Yeah, but that guy's like 6 inches taller than him, man. Got to do something about this weight cutting business. I don't know.
I like his length. At least he made weight though, because a few times he hasn't. So I'm glad he made weight this time.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on up to the next fight here. This is going to be surprisingly, the main event of the prelims here. Angela Hill against Caitlin Souza. So for this one here, man, I was talking a lot in the early predictions in the prelims. I was talking a lot about Caitlin Souza, and I was saying how she's going to win this one. But I switched my pick. I switched my pick. Looking at this here, I didn't realize how big Angela Hill is. Now, I don't know why you put A. Lee there. It's Angela Hill, but you put.
Oh shit. Sorry.
You were probably thinking of
Angela Lee. I was
yeah,
thinking
you're thinking of something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Angela Hill is. I didn't realize how much bigger she was actually than Caitlin Souza. Man, she's much taller than her. I mean, I knew she was taller, but like this is like a pretty significant. I mean, if you when I looked on Sherdog and also on Topology, it's saying that they're both supposed to be 5'3". No, they're not both 5'3". Does this look like they're the same height to you? No. Angela Hill is much taller. You can see.
I don't think this is going to make a difference at all in the fight, but yeah, Angela Hill's
I think
taller.
it's going to make a difference because she's taller than Caitlin Souza, and I thought that they were going to be the same height. So this changes things. I like the fact that Angela Hill is taller and looks bigger. She's more muscular there, a little bit more ripped. Caitlin Souza is also in good shape as well there. But Caitlin Souza, during the face-offs, what I noticed is she looked a little nervous. She looked a little nervous. You can even see it in her face right here slightly. Good picture there, Andy O. But she does look a little bit nervous, I found, in the face-offs when she was looking at her. And I think that she is worried about Angela Hill because she knows that she's facing, one of the top vets. Now, if Angela Hill wins this one here, I will be happy because, I obviously like her. If Caitlin Souza wins, I'm going to be pissed off that I didn't stick with her as a pick because I'm switching my pick to Angela Hill. I still think Caitlin Souza could do some work there, but I think Angela Hill is just too good on the feet and also too good at takedowns and too good at takedown defense. So if Caitlin Souza doesn't really get her down, it's going to be a problem for Caitlin. So I'm switching my pick, going with Angela Hill to win by decision.
Yeah, I'm going to be sticking with Angela Hill here. I think she will use her footwork and try to stay away from Caitlin Souza here. I'm pretty sure she's going to out volume here, but either way, it's a pretty risky fight in my opinion here. But I got to go with Angela Hill. This may be her retirement fight, and I think she's going to want to do that off a win if it's so. So give me Angela Hill by. I know she got a sub the other fight there, but by decision.
All right, so we're in agreement with this fight. I switched my pick now. Angela Hill, do not disappoint me, man. I'm giving you a chance here to get this win. I'm picking you. Even though I was going to go with Caitlin, I switched my pick for you, Angela. Don't let me down, Angela. Get this win, and then hopefully Caitlin Souza can beat some women a little less good than her. All right, so there you have it, folks. Our final thoughts and our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the prelim. Stay tuned. Coming up next for the main card.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace out, folks. KAMMA. Let's get it.